I burned my house down when I was a kid, and the insurance money paid for my first drum set. So I started a band like right after that. You know, I was like 11 years old.
You're tuned in to 91.3 KXCI Tucson. My name's Matt Milner. This is Locals Only. I'm live in Studio 2A with Prom Body. First time you were on was, I guess it was a little less than a year ago, and it was right on the heels of your first live show. It was right on the heels of the online release of the first album. Flash forward a year, and it seems like a lot has happened. So catch us up a little bit on what's been a pretty sort of meteoric rise over the past year.
Oh, wow. So that first album, most of the Creep the Strange was recorded in the winter in Kansas City in my bedroom. That's pretty much how Prom Body started.
I was working at a coffee shop at the time, so kind of blasting that, and everybody that came into the coffee shop was curious, and hey, who's this band? Who's this band playing? And I'd be like, oh, it's Prom Body. It's my buddy from back home. It's great.
When I heard the record, I was jamming it just like all of our other friends, really stoked for Mike. And then he approached us about creating it live. So after hearing the record over and over again, I was excited to start working on it.
He asked me to play drums, and I was like, of course. And then we pretty much just slowly, steadily climbed, actually kind of quickly, steadily climbed up.
What was the point in the last year when you realized that, you know, something that had sort of started as a bedroom project was turning into something probably more than you envisioned? What was that sort of turning point moment?
I think it was probably pretty early on. The response in Tucson was also, and continues to be, a surprise. It was something I did for fun and just did as a recording project to kind of experiment with writing like pop-style songs.
Where did the idea come from to put out not only some music videos, but to, you know, have like a whole series of them that you put out in a short period of time?
I think it came from the last album. Recorded the album, put it out online for free. Didn't really tell anybody. I did everything backwards.
Of the press that you've gotten so far, what was the source that surprised you the most? What was the one where you're like, wow, I can't believe I'm in X?
I think probably Spin for me. Since I was a kid, like Spin has been around for sure. I mean, before that.
Yeah.
It's always
NPR
just
was crazy. Yeah,
NPR,
was
yeah.
insane. I work at the co-op, so every morning we're blasting NPR, knowing that that video was premiered on NPR would hit a huge circuit of people, not just people that are into spin or noisy, but it was huge, you know, like everybody listens to NPR.
I can feel it in my guts.
You know, it's really easy with this project because there's a lot of marketability. You know, we dress up, people like to take photos, like there's a lot of media and stuff that I have to use, and there's a really good aesthetic that I've just been trying to hold to, you know.
Matt Fay is pretty much the Prom Body band manager at this point. I mean, he's just the social media, like, king.
My job is to be on those things, so I'm already on them all the time. It was all a really natural thing for me to, you know, start doing it for Prom Body. It's just made a new account on everything I was already on. You can be as grassroots and off the map as you want, but if you want people to hear your stuff, like they're looking on the internet for music, they're on Facebook, might as well go where they are.
With Matt, I think that's just his personality. He's very go-getter and straight on, and we're gonna do this and do it now kind of thing. And it's good though. It's good because I think he pushes the band in that direction, and us on the other hand, we can kind of just let it go as it goes.
been in a lot of bands. They know that it's hard. They know that it takes more than great music and a great show to necessarily get, you know, some degree of like national acclaim. But that being said, I think that if there's any band in Tucson right now that has a chance of breaking through to a national audience, I think that it's these guys. And, you know, if that happens, I think it'll be well deserved.
The more I focus on the future, I feel I could be deceived by the illusion of what success could bring, and that itself is, it's an illusion. So I have to focus only on what's going on now.
As always, I'm really grateful that you came down tonight, and I'm very excited for the new album. Very, very proud to have you guys representing Tucson out on the road.
Thanks, Matt.
What are the sort of basic details for the release show tomorrow?
It's at Topaz.
Topaz, doors at 7, music starts at 8. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. People are gonna go crazy.
Music in general is what I've always known I wanted to do. And I dropped out of high school. I never went to college. I've been working whatever jobs since I was like 15 just to pay bills so that I could play music.